Hello, everyone. So I'm testing this out. I'm using a different streaming platform. I was just live streaming on YouTube and I kept having issues with the screen going black. So I'm just hopping on here to try through another platform to see if it will work. The challenge is I don't really know. Let's see if I can post a comment. I figured what we'll do, since this was not really planned, is I'm going to actually watch a video that I had mentioned when I was just live streaming that I was going to check out. So this is Jesse on Fire. He had just posted this. I'm not trying to steal anybody's content again. You know, I'm just trying to make sure that it'll let me share the screen because it kept going black on me. And I think it might have been a YouTube issue and not, um, yeah, I think it was a YouTube streaming directly from YouTube. So we're going to try it this way and see if it lets me continue to share. And whether or not anybody comes in here, I'll go in after and check and see if the screen goes black like it was doing before. Hopefully it doesn't. And this video is really just kind of for fun. I see Jesse's talking about the government supposedly admitting to hybrid aliens in America. I don't know how much he's dove into this topic, so I wanted to test this streaming while watching this video just because it's kind of fun. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to share the screen here. And let's give it a watch.
There's another civilization in existence that's intelligent that we know about. And we actually have artifacts from them that can operate.
So I have a whole other video that has already been filmed, but we're going to put this at the very beginning first. Okay. So in the later parts of the video, we are going to go through the CIA making everyone very suspicious of what's going on with 3i Atlas because they're saying things that are very much like, oh, you're refusing to answer that. And like where we're trying to figure out, is this a comet? Is this a UFO or like a mothership invading army, whatever, right? All of that. And then we're also going to look at an incredible documentary about Bob Lazar towards the backside of this video. But first, in my
so I do know that Jesse pays attention to a lot of things. I do know that he has talked about not just political things. He obviously talks about like MMA, fighting, jujitsu, things like that. I, in particular, almost started a YouTube channel solely about like UFO, UAP, stuff like that, because this stuff really interests me. So I've actually been following 3i Atlas for a little while now. And I do know that there has been talk from the very beginning that people were going to be using this 3i Atlas, this interstellar object, as a way to kind of create chaos and allow for the government to impose like a new world order, right? Like this is something that's been talked about in a lot of different areas. So there's a lot of individuals that I have hesitation about when it comes to these whistleblowers and things of that nature, where a lot of them are saying, you know, oh, I've been given permission to talk about this. Well, that immediately discredits them to me. Like if you have to get permission from the government, then I don't really believe anything that you're telling us. And one of the things has been, since 3i Atlas became something we've been aware of since like July now. And I think at this point, it's either just passed by the closest it's going to get to Earth. And up until just recently, I was getting a lot of notifications on updates on it from YouTubers that I follow who talk about this specifically, whether it's people who are very much in the world of like astrology and, you know, geophysicists and things of that nature. And for the most part, they're all very level-headed. And there have been a lot of things that have concerned me. You know, one of the individuals who was regularly kind of spouting this theory that 3i Atlas could be this mothership was Avi Loeb, who is a Harvard professor, and I know there's ties to Israel there, so that caused some concern on my end from just the other stuff I know about all of this. So I have been hesitant about the information that they're giving us anyway, because I think that it could be something they're trying to keep on the back burner as like a scare tactic. So we'll see what Jesse has to say about it. I am interested. But yeah, let's go from here and see what he has to say.
Research on the 3i Atlas, I came by this little gem right here, and I haven't even looked at it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through this really quick, because he says that Trump was fully briefed on alien hybrids living among humans. And so I literally just stopped what I was doing, and I'm like, never mind, I'm covering this story. And that is exactly what we're going to do right now. Let's jump.
Now, for any of you who don't really follow this whole world of information, the alien hybrids theory is nothing new at all. There's all kinds of people who believe that there are alien hybrids among us. And this, you can go into looking at the Miami Mall incident. That's one that a lot of people kind of like spawned off of and kind of clung to and dove headfirst into this whole world of it from that. It's a very weird topic in that the Miami Mall situation was definitely interesting. I think there's a lot more that could be looked into there. Just simply the police presence at that situation was kind of mind-boggling when you consider what actually supposedly took place, which was supposed to be teenagers lighting off like firecrackers or something in the mall and causing kind of chaos. But I mean, there are aerial images of like 60 police cruisers, right? It's insane. So, there's a lot of different places you could go with this. But again, this was really intended to be kind of a test run, because I was having issues on the stream I was just doing where the screen kept cutting out and going black on me. So if anybody hops in here and you see it go black, just throw that in the chat, because that's really the whole reason I'm in here, is to try to see if this will work smoother. But let's see what Jesse has to say.
Right into this, right after you have subscribed to my channel, liked this video, because when the aliens do invade Earth, the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to harvest at least 40% of the population. And what they told me is that the one thing that someone can do to avoid being harvested and be on the other side where you're going to get enhanced from the harvested group is if you have subscribed to my channel and liked every video that you watched on my channel, you're going to be one of the people who gets enhanced and not one of the ones who gets harvested. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Make sure you go subscribe.
Do not say I didn't warn you.
Subscribe to mine too.
Because they actually told me that. Everybody in this video is very credible, just like what I'm just kidding. I mean, I actually do think they're credible, but what I said is very real. Okay, so President Donald Trump has allegedly been fully briefed on what the U.S. government has been keeping secret about UFOs and alien life living among humans. In a recent interview, whistleblower and retired U.S. Air Force Major David Grush claimed that Trump has received reports on crashed spacecraft and non-human remains retrieved by the U.S., the origins of these beings and their intentions. Grush, the current advisor to Congress's UAP task force, said the president could soon become the most consequential leader in world history by publicly disclosing what America has kept secret about extraterrestrials. Well, listen, okay, if you were looking for which of us are alien hybrids, you should look no further than right here, because that is exactly how I knew the thing about the dividing line with the harvesting and all of that, is because I'm one of them. And I actually made that decision. Okay. I sent that right up the ladder. I was like, if we've got to make some hard decisions about who's going to stay and who's going to be used, I would like to make my YouTube channel the first thing that we're going to like, okay, well, these guys are all good. There's only thus far 560,000 of them or something like that. Okay. That's a very small group.
This is why I love Jesse on Fire. I love his personality. I know that maybe some people could think he's like a lot, like he's got a big personality. I feel like I have a very similar personality, and I like that he doesn't like keep himself in one lane and he's willing to talk about other things. That's genuinely what I'm hoping to do with this channel. So if you like Jesse on Fire, come check out my channel. We're just getting started, but we're having a lot of fun. Let's keep watching what he has to say.
Very elite group. Okay. It has, I mean, but listen, you gotta choose somehow, right? So he says members of this current administration are very well aware of this reality. Certainly, the current president is very knowledgeable on this subject. To this point, previous White Houses, the U.S. military, and even NASA have all denied that humans have made contact with alien life or have ever recovered extraterrestrial technology from crashed UFOs. Oh, well, their denials are probably not real, because I just told you that it's real, and you are in the presence at this moment of a hybrid. That is why I can so calmly deliver this information to you with a straight face, is because I'm telling the truth. No physical.
I find this interesting too, because I'm pretty sure the only, I mean, I could have missed something since then, but I'm pretty sure the only, I've only seen like a clip where Trump is asked about aliens, and he's very kind of like whatever about it. Like, I don't think he really touched it very much at all. So it's interesting that they're, stating that this administration is very well aware of the reality. I'm sure any administration is well aware, but I don't know. He's been very nonchalant, very uninterested, it seems, about it. So
physical evidence has ever been presented publicly that would back up the stories by countless civilians, scientists, and military personnel over the decades who claim to have seen or interacted with beings from another world. However, Grush said the U.S. military has not only recovered UFOs and alien bodies, but he personally viewed intelligence reports, data, and even pictures of non-human bodies with his own eyes. That is...
Well, there's all kinds of people who have claimed that. There's all kinds of people who have said that they have seen these things with their own eyes. There's also the Boogosphere, which was like, over the summer? I don't remember the exact month that was found. I think that was in Colombia, maybe. Was it Colombia? And they still solidly claim that it is not something that came from Earth. It's like regulates its own temperature. If you haven't seen it, look it up. If you are interested in this stuff and you want more information, I can certainly find that stuff to also go over. But there's a lot of people who have claimed to have evidence. So and one of the individuals who went to look at the Boogosphere was like a state senator or some kind of state representative from, I'm not sure if it was Texas or Florida, one of those two states. They had gone to see it in person. There's a video of him holding it and touching it and talking about how heavy it feels and all this. So, I mean, they're out there. They're definitely out there, but it's always just kind of pushed under the rug. I mean, even the drone crap was ignored for however long.
Super sketch. Why wouldn't they tell us? I'm serious. Like, in all seriousness, like, why wouldn't they tell us? If that's true, it's like, I feel like we're entitled to that information. There's no reason.
My personal assumption would be that they're not telling us because they're holding on to that information so that they can utilize it for like another time frame. You know, they're using it for something else. They're holding on to it.
That you could
keeping
possibly
it in
give
their
me
back
that
pocket
would justify me not getting to know that there are crashed alien ships and alien bodies in our possession. Okay. Why on earth would you get to keep that secret? The whistleblower also allegedly told members of Congress that Trump was even briefed during his first term about the existence of multiple alien races and how one species has been crossbreeding with humans.
There's also that video that is on YouTube. I think it's called Walking with the Grays or the Tall Whites. What is it? The Tall Whites? That might be what it is. I'd have to look it up. But if you look up like Walking with the Tall, whatever, it'll pull up. But that's like a military individual who's talking about his history and how he was like, he spent this time out in the desert by himself and his interaction with these beings. So maybe you'll believe it, maybe you don't. I don't know, but like that is on. It's a documentary that you can watch. It's like an extensive documentary, and there's all kinds of supposed stories of aliens that have crossbred with humans over the course of time. You know, whether you want to believe that or not, I have no idea. But I am certainly one of the people who believe in them because I think it's just asinine to think that in the grand scheme of the entire like the entire universe that we're the only ones. That's just nonsense if you ask me.
Man, I hope this is true. I hope this is true so bad. I really do. And I've been saying, later.
I actually brought this up over the summer when everyone was talking about Three Eye Atlas and all of that craziness, and how the US government has been posing it as like a possible alien invasion from my perspective to, hopefully scare the people of Earth enough that we all just go, whatever you guys say, you know what I mean? Like but in reality, it's backfiring because we're all like, oh my God, take me first, right? Like nobody's afraid. We're like, please be aliens, please be coming to Earth to just take us out of this crazy crap we're going through. Stephen Greer is interesting for sure. Interesting. Oh, I just realized
When I think whistleblower, I think afraid for my safety. I am a whistleblower. And if you're going to whistleblow on the biggest, largest secret in the history of humanity, you would think that just cruising on to Fox News and then going to the congressional, all of this stuff and just living your life out in public would probably be pretty challenging. But in his case, for some reason, he's not afraid, but he's still a whistleblower. Really makes you wonder if he's actually a whistleblower or if this is some kind of operation. I don't know. Yes. I mean, just questions that I ask myself, just things I ask. Not sure if anybody knows the answers. Or actually, I'm positive somebody does, but I don't, So he said in 2023, he testified before Congress claiming that secret government departments had been running UFO retrieval and reverse engineering programs for decades. When asked if he would declassify the files about aliens on the Lex Friedman podcast in 2024, Trump candidate said, sure, I'll do that. I would do that. I'd love to do that. I have to do that. Oh my God, that is so funny. He's like, sure. You're all right. He answered affirmatively. He's all, I'll do that. You're all right. He says he's going to do it. He's like, I would do that. All right. I got it. He's like, I love to do that. You're like, all right. Sounds like you're going to do it. He's like, I have to do that. You're like, all right. This is an affirmative answer.
I just love that he's like a happy dude. I don't know. I like Jesse on Fire a lot. He's got a good personality. Look, I'm not going to watch through his whole video. It's been 20 minutes. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to give me a hard time. I got to figure out a few other things to make sure I don't have future issues with live streams. It's a little weird because I can't like put in the same information beforehand when streaming. I don't know, but that's it. This was really just a test. I'll finish watching this video. Maybe I'll watch it separately and do like a video on it because I don't want to feel like I'm just stealing his whole thing. So, all right, everybody, that's it for now. I'll be back again later. See ya.